And all those things I didn't say, wrecking balls inside my brain, I will scream them loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. Just as colors and shades add beauty to a picture, there are certain elements that can make a song beautiful too. Wonder what they are? We'll find out today. Hello and welcome to the Western Vocals course with SIFF Young Artiste, where we nurture the artist in you. My name is Sharanya, and today we're going to learn about a few techniques that we can use to color a song. Remember to watch the video all the way till the end for a bonus pro tip. We're also giving you a practice along track for the song that we're going to learn today. Link in the description box below. So if you're ready, let's warm up. So remember in the lesson on pitch and volume, we talked about loud and soft. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that today. In musical terms, if you see the letter F written on a sheet of music, it indicates forte or loud. And if you see the letter P, it means piano or soft. What about when we move gradually from soft to loud? This in musical terms is called crescendo. And how about when we gradually move from loud to soft? This is called decrescendo or diminuendo. And we'll use these concepts in our warm-up today. So for our warm-up today, we have a fun line. Let's speak it first, shall we? It goes like this. We are crescendoing as we ascend, growing louder the higher we climb. We're decrescendoing as we descend, growing softer and softer this time. So if you like, take it back and speak that again with me. And now let's do it to tune slowly first. We are crescendoing as we ascend, growing louder the higher we climb. We're decrescendoing as we descend, growing softer and softer this time. Okay, let's do that together, shall we? We are crescendoing as we ascend, growing louder the higher we climb. We're decrescendoing as we descend, growing softer and softer this time. Okay, fabulous. So you've got the line now. So now I'm going to ask you to play with your imagination a little. Right? As we move up the line, the first phrase where we said we are crescendoing as we ascend, growing louder the higher we climb, imagine that you're moving along a volume knob like on a music player, getting louder. So let's try that once together. We are crescendoing as we ascend, growing louder the higher we climb. And use the same idea while going down, but we're getting softer this time. We're decrescendoing as we descend, growing softer and softer this time. Beautiful! So let's try that on different keys and do a nice warm-up together. Let's move up. We are crescendoing as we ascend, growing louder the higher we climb. We're decrescendoing as we descend, growing softer and softer this time. We are crescendoing as we ascend, growing louder the higher we climb. We're decrescendoing as we descend, growing softer and softer this time. Beautiful! We are crescendoing as we ascend, growing louder the higher we climb. We're decrescendoing as we descend, growing softer and softer this time. We are crescendoing as we ascend, growing louder the higher we climb. We're decrescendoing as we descend, growing softer and softer this time. We are crescendoing as we ascend, growing louder the higher we climb. We're decrescendoing as we descend, growing softer and softer this time. That was beautiful. Keep practicing that. Now, there are many different ways to color a song, and the tool of dynamics that we just learned is one effective and efficient way to do it. So we already talked about how P means piano or soft, and F indicates forte or loud. Now, what if you saw multiple P's like PP or PPP, or multiple F's like FF or FFF? This simply means that you take that instruction even more seriously. So the more P's you see, it means the softer you get. And the more F's you see, the louder you get. Now, what if you see an M before the P or the F? Here's a little clue. M usually in music indicates mezzo or moderate or medium. So if you see an MP, it means moderately soft. And if you see an MF, it means moderately loud. So let's look at a quick summary in order of volume. We start with pianissimo or very soft, piano or soft, mezzo piano or moderately soft, mezzo forte or moderately loud, forte or loud, and fortissimo or very loud. So what song are we learning today? It's the Fight song by Rachel Platten, a really popular song, and it's beautiful because it gives us this whole playing ground of emotions that helps us use varying levels of dynamics. All right, so we're going to break the song into different sections, starting off with the first part of the song, that's the beginning. And so we started off softly because we've got to give it the space to explode into something bigger. So we'll start it off on a piano volume level. And here's how that could sound. Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion. Okay, and I know we're singing really soft, but that's where you've got to make sure that the words are also enunciated clearly, especially the words like ocean and motion. Make sure you finish the N nicely. So let's do that again. Together. Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion. So now the next line, notice, is a little different. Like how a single word, that's the pattern there. Let's do it together. Like how a single word can make a heart open. And the next two lines are a very similar pattern to what we just learned. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. Notice how we did a little bit of a crescendo there because we're talking about how we're capable of making an explosion. So a slight build on volume. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. All right, so let's do those four lines together. Like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. Fabulous! You're sounding really good already. So now let's move on to the next section of the song. So if you listen carefully to the music, you'll hear that this is where the beat and the intensity start kicking in, which is a sign that you can do the same with your voice. And here's where we say, and all those things I didn't say, wrecking balls inside my brain. Okay, let's do those two lines together, and slowly we're going to start building up the volume here. and all those things I didn't say, wrecking balls inside my brain. And notice how when you enunciate the words better, it also increases the intensity of the emotion too, right? So on the next two lines, as you listen to the lyrics, it also signals that you can make it really loud. And I think we can go for a forte here. I will scream them loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? Notice how this is the loudest that we've got in sync with the lyrics in the song so far. All right, so let's do those two lines together. I will scream them loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? Lovely. And now we move on to the chorus of the song. So there's a nice build-up, and here's when we're bringing out the message of the song. This is my fight song. So make sure to bring out all of your determination on this one. This is my fight song. And you can really pronounce that word fight with a nice bite in your lips, right? You can go, this is my fight song. Take back my life song. Okay, and notice how the melody is also shifting higher, and similar to the warm-up that we did, we can use that same idea, and as we get higher, we can also increase the volume on each of these lines. This is my fight song, take back my life song, prove I'm all right song. Okay, let's try those three lines together. This is my fight song, take back my life song, prove I am all right song. Finish that song nicely with a at the end so that the word is clear. Now the next three lines also have a similar pattern, but because of the lyrics, pay close attention. My power's turned on. Now the next line's got a few more words, so starting right now. So you've got to fit that in there. Starting right now. I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. Okay, so let's do those three lines together now. My power's turned on, starting right now. I'll be strong, I'll play my fight song. And the next line happens immediately. And I don't really care if nobody else believes. Let's do that line again. And I don't really care if nobody else believes. You could give it that variation too. And finally, the line to conclude, 'cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. So you want to make that like a declaration, say that bold and strong, 'cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. So let's do the chorus together. This is my fight song, take back my life song, prove I'm all right song. My power's turned on, starting right now. I'll be strong, I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. Great! That was amazing! All right, so we'll move on to the next section of the song. Lyrically, this bit talks about a bit of worry and a bit of fear and apprehension, so we can drop the volume down again. Losing friends and I'm chasing sleep. Everybody's worried about me. So it's a little bit of speaking to yourself as well. You're talking about your own fears, so you can bring that emotion in there. Losing friends and I'm chasing sleep. Everybody's worried about me. I'm in too deep. Say I'm in too Let's do those 4 lines together. Losing friends and I'm chasing sleep. Everybody's worried about me. I'm in too deep. Say I'm in too deep. Now the next 4 lines follow exactly the same pattern. So we'll do it to tempo. It's been 2 years, I miss my home. There's a fire burning in my bones. So notice how because of the lyrics, I felt like the urge to get a little louder there because we're talking about fire burning in my bones. So there's a fire burning in my bones. I still believe. Yeah, I still believe. That's an idea for a little improvisation there. Instead of going still believe, you can do a little variation there and go still believe. So that was that whole section. Let's try that together. Losing friends and I'm chasing sleep. Everybody's worried about me. I'm in too deep. Say I'm in too deep. It's been 2 years, I miss my home. There's a fire burning in my bones. I still believe. Yeah, I still believe. And then we go back to the pre-chorus that we learned earlier, and I think you'll be able to figure out the rest of it. Go back if you need to, take a pause. Remember to take learning the song at your own pace. So remember that we just looked at an example of how to color a song, and there's no one right way of doing it. You can totally get creative with how you want to do it yourself. Remember also to check out the demo track for reference and the practice along track so that you can try out the entire song in your own cool, creative way. So today we learned a little bit about dynamics. We spoke about the musical terms piano, forte, mezzo, crescendo, diminuendo or decrescendo, and we learned how to use these to color our performances. And now for the bonus pro tip. So here's a cool way to play a little game with your mind and unleash different dynamics that you can use to color your song. Imagine that you're singing the same song in a library, in a football field, maybe on a stage with a mic, or even in a really large auditorium. So notice how you'd automatically come up with different dynamic levels. So when you imagine singing in a library, you'd end up singing really soft, versus when you imagine singing in a football field, you'd be singing really loud. If you had fun learning with us today, make sure to like this video and let us know in the comments below what you enjoyed the most about it. Also tell us in the comments if there's something that you would like to learn from our videos. And make sure to hit the subscribe button, especially if you're new to our channel, and also turn on the bell icon for notifications so you're the first to know when we upload a new video. See you in the next lesson soon. Until then, keep singing.